I am King Prime, welcome back to another custom review. Now, I do believe last time I was showing off an Alastor figure, I said that there'd be a bit more to this guy than is shown. I wasn't lying, so let's get on with it. This is the all-new 2026 Alastor Custom. With his all-new head, it is accurate to a T. And his pants are now fully sculpted, and his shoes are now fully sculpted to as most accurate as possible. This right here is not going to be counted as a 2025 custom because it was done so very lately and so close to the end of the year. I'm going to count it as a 2026. But if it was part of 2025, it would win. It would absolutely win 2025. But it's not. It's part of 2026, which is a whole nother ballpark that we are going to get into, and I have some plans that I'm very excited for you guys to see. Now, you're probably wondering as to why the background is such a mess. Well, I like it that way. It gives it a nice workshop aesthetic to have bits and pieces and parts to old figures in the background. Gives a cool aesthetic. But now we're going to get into this guy. Accessory-wise, he comes with quite a bit. I'm going to start small. Radio stick. This is the all-new repaired one that happened at the end of Season 2. If you don't know, it's actually a little bit of an updated design. The broken one, which was such a bitch to make. And a little detail about it, the reds are lighter on this one than they are on this one because it gives the aesthetic of this one is alive and still working. This one is off power and busted. And he can hold both of these. Next is going to be the radio, which was always intended to be for Alastor. We are going to make another radio for human Alastor, but this is Alastor's radio. Next, we have the green chain, as seen before. 2 hands. We have a slight open one and a really open one. We have another head. The radio demon head with the antlers. This came out amazing. And the funniest accessory. The chair that he can actually sit in. And the frown mask. Now you can actually do the setup with this figure, so you can move everything out of the way. This figure is essentially a playset in its own. So you pop off the head, you take the mask, and you slide it up his face. Just like that. Pop on the head, sit him, and you get his arms behind his back, and then you just, come on, there we go, sit him down, and there we have Alastor in the chair. Yeah, that's really cool. It's really cool that I was able to do that. I find this incredibly cool. Oh, you're a little lopsided. There we go. It is incredibly cool that I was able to do this. But now, let's get into showing off some of the accessories. Pull the head off. Mask off. Now, to some of my Transformer viewers, you may view that as parts forming. It's not really parts forming. It's just putting on accessories. Because you're not transforming him into a different form. Now, let's show the new head. This is amazing. This head sculpt is fucking awesome. That is terrifying. That is Alastor in his radio demon form. And it looks awesome. You could take the chain, and this really completes the look. Get his hand open. You can put the staff in. And there we go. Now he's about to put you in your place. Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool. Chain off. Pop the head off. Put this one back on. Now we can put the Season 2 broken one. Now, I did scrap the pink suit because the one that I had was a bit of an early prototype, essentially. It wasn't meant to be the actual pink suit. An actual pink suit body is going to be made. Same with a pilot one. Because we are going to give him other bodies because the head's done. That was the hardest part with Alastor, was getting a perfect head. And I spent an entire day sculpting this head. And I spent another day painting it. It is an absolutely perfect head. Here's the Season 2 broken staff. Not the biggest fan of it. I hated the broken staff. Now let's get some size comparisons going. Here is Alastor next to Studio Series 32 Optimus Prime. As you can see, he's a little bit taller than a Voyager class. Here is Alastor next to a new Jazzwares Jump Scare Toy Freddy figure. He's kind of tiny. This Toy Freddy's tiny. He's a cool figure, but he's a bit tiny. Here he is next to himself. And you look very closely, and he's just a little bit taller than his human self, because his human self was apparently 6'7". Here he is next to Loot. And she comes up to about a smile. Yeah, she comes up to a smile. Here's our girl Charlie. This is accurate. She comes to about his, I'd say a shoulder, because Alastor is 7 feet tall. Charlie is like 6, so this is accurate. And the comparison that you've all been waiting for. Here is Alastor next to Vox. And this is perfect. And don't worry, Vincent, Velvet, and the mystery character are all gonna be here soon. The mystery character's done. He's behind me. I'm not gonna show that until New Year's, but Vincent and Velvet are on their way. More than likely, Vincent will be next. And then Velvet, because me and Velvet have not had a good history together as a figure. You can look at some of my previous videos to get the idea as to why that is. But I'll be back when we go get Valentino. Here's Valentino. I think they scale pretty good, I would say. No. No, they don't. That's me trying to delay the idea of making a new Valentino because that figure was such a bitch to make. So, yes, there will be a new Valentino. When? I don't know. And here's Alastor next to Blitz. And Blitz is what, like 4, 6, about almost 5 feet, I would say. I thought. I could be really wrong. I don't like Hello Boss, so I don't watch it. But, yeah. That's going to do it for this review. What do you think of the new 2026 Alastor? Personally, I think this figure is a masterpiece. But, what's your opinion?